Welcome. You are at the CCC.
Where there are no outside issues. My name's Anthony. I'm an addict, an alcoholic, another bozo on the bus, and I care about you.
Yes, my name is Jordan, and I'm an addict. I'm always trying to make good choices.
Yes, and I'm Lewis. My pronouns are he and him. I'm recovering for crystal meth and alcohol, and I'm always in search of balance.
Balance.
Yes, and each week we strive to foster a brave space where we can engage in conversations centered around topics of recovery.
And our intention is to hold and inspire better spaces for more people in recovery by tackling issues sometimes used to separate us.
That's my fault.
But before we do that, please like, comment, share, subscribe to this episode or to our podcast.
Jordan, read the disclaimer.
Yes, I will. Thank you for giving that intro. And now, the disclaimer.
I hate you.
The thoughts and opinions expressed at the CCC are as though we do not represent anyone but ourselves. In other words, we're just a couple of friends behind a mic here to entertain you. And of course, everything we talk about is for general information purposes only. And I hate Anthony too.
You know what?
I
I thought Jordan was going to workshop his intro.
Yeah, there's
What?
some.
It's really dry. It's like I'm all...
You're doing
choices.
Okay.
You hear what that is? That's
Better.
That's not an intro. Yeah, so this was wrong. Well, I'll edit that too.
Okay, well,
Well, it's really good to see everyone again.
Easily
Yeah.
done that, and then I would have been. But he knows it by heart. You know how
I
say,
do, I do.
You're at a meeting. You're at a meeting, and you see somebody who's reading the steps. Or
It's not the
whatever,
same.
and they're not looking at the page. They're just.
Do you know what
staring
he's
forward,
referring to,
and it's
like-
psycho.
Yes.
It's like I'm all.
Yes.
psychotic.
Like,
I hate
okay,
it.
great, you can memorize it, but can you live it? How about that? Huh? How about that?
Yeah, and everything we talk about on this show is for entertainment purposes only.
That's why I'm entertaining
and
you right
we're,
now with my
general purpose.
Okay,
So, and it's not the same.
it's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
It's pretty similar.
Well,
It's the same.
Well, so
It's absolutely.
how's everyone doing?
It's the same. We're good. I'm good. I'm really good. I'm super happy. Like the fact that I can just be this way with you guys. I love this. I don't have to put on any airs. Not that I ever do, but
yeah.
I show up without fear of you throwing me away because some people can't handle all this.
Oh my God, there's this beautiful interview with it's James Baldwin, and I forget. There's this other person.
Nikki Giovanni.
Is it Nikki?
Yes,
Do you know which one I'm talking
I
about?
understand it. She's talking about.
Gives me
I know
fucking
what she's talking about.
chills.
She's talking about how the black man treats his woman when he gets home, and she's all when she said you lie to me because you lie.
What James Baldwin said. James Baldwin was saying,
said, I
like,
can't lie
don't
to
lie.
you.
Yeah,
Said, I can't
And
lie
then
to you. And then she's like,
You do it at work.
you do it at work, you do it to everybody else. Why do you treat people a certain way there, and then you come to me and you give me all your stuff? Don't I deserve some relief? I love that. Yeah,
It's so
exactly.
like, ooh, look at me.
I know exactly. Look at us
It's
insane because normally he's like, "There's a great message from Nietzsche," and then
I've never brought up Nietzsche.
But you bring up
Nietzsche.
stuff I really appreciate. No, what you do is you add value to this because it's like sometimes
Here we
it takes
go.
that. No, I'm singing your praises because of the value. Because sometimes people need that to kind of relate or understand. You know.
Yeah, don't grab my arm. It's like still healing.
Just say thank you.
Thank you. Oh, Lewis. Lewis, thank you. No.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You know, it's interesting. You blush. I don't accept compliments really well. I don't.
I'm always lifting you up right after I tear you down.
You kick me while I'm down, and then you lift me
Punch.
up.
I'm all exactly.
That's called abuse, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That is abuse, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what? I learned
Guys,
it.
gals, and they, them, pals.
Absolutely.
Jordan?
We
How
also
are you?
I'm great. I was going to introduce our guest that's here.
No, he's doing it again.
He's doing it again.
Say something and then shut up.
Say something, and now I'm going to shut up. Thank
No,
you.
I love it.
I'm
Okay,
fine.
go ahead.
I'm fine. Yeah.
You're fine?
I'm great.
Okay.
Cool.
It's like being at the dinner, like dinner with your family after a fight.
Oh God, I hate that. It's like, we're all
I'm like, are we really going to pretend like dad didn't sleep with the...
Oh.
that never happened.
do you wanna talk about
I was
that?
adopted. It never happened. But we do have Patrick back on the show. Why? Because we love him.
I'm so thrilled to be back. And that you had me.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's a
I know
charm.
this is new. We've never had anybody
Stay on that many times.
Yes, exactly. It's like I'm all normally you were fun. You gotta go.
That's not true.
Playing, yeah.
To all of our guests that might be listening. Oh my God.
He says it's not true.
They'll never see the blacklist.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Anthony has a blacklist.
No. We do. Oh
I have a really
God.
hard time finding guests because everybody's on the blacklist.
The burn book is also
The burn book, as we like to call it.
He's our Regina George.
Oh, that's such an old reference.
Oh my God, we're funny.
Yeah.
great.
And a burp. Go ahead.
What's today's episode about?
So today is today's
Whoa,
episode is a continuation of our series on the committee in our head, and yes,
You like that? That was
that
good.
was appropriately placed.
And then he's going to ask a question about, is the committee ever positive after throwing that one? Like, nice show.
So far we've talked about fear, and we've talked about the critic,
Correct.
and now we are at the saboteur. No, the escapist.
Oh
The escape artist.
That was a preview. No, we are the escape artists.
Yes.
Does someone want to explain what the escape artist looks and sounds like?
I think Lewis does.
Yeah, why are you on your phone? We're literally in the beginning at the top of an episode.
It's basically like the voice that says, I deserve relief, like one time won't matter. We're talking about in regards to like recovery or the feeling is permanent. Like I'm going to run or react, based on this is what's going to happen. It's kind of almost like the critic too. Like this happened before, so I'm just going to react this way, and so I'm going to retreat, because I know what happens. I know everything. I know the future, and it's not that,
Yeah, it's running away from things that make us uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we do that in a bunch of different ways.
I do that. Like I'm watching TV. You know how there's kind of friction or trauma or drama. I don't like uncomfortable situations, and so sometimes knowing that it's coming, I turn it off. I turn to something else.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
And the escape artist sounds like when you described it, Lewis, was that it can see the future and has a plan.
Yeah.
That will keep us safe or comfortable.
Or is not able to see the future, and that uncertainty is uncomfortable. And so they try to move away from
Exactly.
it too.
Great.
Yeah,
I
we
like
operate in like these kind of
It's
extremes.
like I'm all doing.
The bottom line is like there's something here, and I am not going to look or feel it. Look at it or feel it.
Yep.
Yeah, and it shows up in so many different ways.
Huh.
Patrick, how does it show up for you?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
The way I do it is to take a nap. Like my go-to is to sometimes literally hiding under the covers. Like I can't deal. And then there's sometimes where I'm just like, I want to take a nap, and I'll get the side eye from my partner being like, what are you not looking at?
Yeah.
I was just tired. But yeah, like literally hiding under the covers and like tuning the world out. It's like that same energy of back when I was out there, not opening the bills, not answering the phone.
Exactly.
When someone rings the doorbell, hiding the lights and pretending nobody's home, like that kind of like disappearing and hiding from the world.
Such good examples. The not looking at the mail, not opening the door.
Or knowing that I'm going to be over a account, not opening it up.
Yeah, right.
I'm not
gonna
going to.
look.
What the hell,
Yes.
Avoiding a person because you don't want to have a conversation.
man? Oh God, it's like I owe you some money, so I'm just going to.
Which isn't always bad.
Well,
Like sometimes, what I'm thinking of is like sometimes a nap is good.
That's right.
of the members in our head, I feel like this one is a real protector.
Yeah.
Like I felt this way. I don't know if I'm going to feel it again, but I felt this way, so I don't want to feel this, and so I'm just going to get you out of this situation, throw something over and run you out like a celebrity.
Yes. And I think that, it does. I think it does a good job. Sometimes a nap is good, but when it starts to cause problems for us, like when I wasn't paying bills or not dealing with something or not interacting with that person who I owe money to, things get worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they can.
They can.
Interesting. I'm thinking of like our innate responses: fight, flight, or freeze. Like, is that
Or fawn.
Yeah, fawn's a new one. Do you know what fawn means?
Yes, I know
Okay.
what fawn is.
Okay, great.
Well, you're looking at me because I'm black.
You're black?
Dear listeners, I'm a black man.
Oh God! That just reminded me of the Super Bowl when Beyonce came out and like the world learned she was black. Do you remember that?
I know.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, so the escape artist sounds very similar to like escaping can be fight, flighting, freezing, fawning. Yeah?
Yeah.
Am I getting that wrong?
Yeah. And what are all of those? They're all ways of surviving, of preserving ourselves.
Yep.
Right. They're right. And the root, like at the very core of them, they're rooted in human evolution, right? Like they were the first parts of the brain that were there and established because that's what we needed the most. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's that?
What do you do with it?
Well, I mean, just for like some context, like if we're thinking about fight, flight, or freeze, right? So those are things that the body should experience. Like the body should experience anxiety. And so they're there to protect us. What ends up happening, because we have the ability to reason now, is that sometimes, and there are a bunch of different ways to have this conversation, like if we're talking about the way someone develops naturally, right? Like if a person is developing without like fear or violence around them, the need to survive, or the part of our brain that develops to survive, is not going to get as much attention. And instead, we're going to get more attention in our ability to reason, right? So when you talk about like, well, what do we do if we feel like that part of our brain is overactive? Like the first thing that we have to do is we have to bring like our thinking part of our brain online. And I think the other thing is that we also have to change our relationship to our body and the discomfort that comes up.
How do we do that?
Well, I'll give you my. So that's a whole other conversation.
I know,
but if we're talking, yeah, that's a whole other conversation. But like going back to the idea of escaping, right? Like I think that's a good place to start, right? Which is when something feels so uncomfortable that we want to run away from it. Maybe one of the first things we can ask ourselves is this a real danger?
Yeah.
Like, can I know with 100% certainty that what I'm thinking or what I'm fearing is absolutely true? And I like Patrick's answer to a similar question during the last episode, which is tell someone.
Yeah.
Right. We can reality test with the people around us.
Yeah.
I think what happens with me, like, because of the ones that we've done so far, this is one that kind of I feel like I'm living in because I still have those moments. I usually will when I feel like retreating, escaping, I do, but I always circle around. Going back to like what I was saying about not wanting to watch a show because I know what's going to happen. I end up watching. I go back and I watch it because I'm all just watch it. It's like it's gonna. You know what's going to happen. It's not going to. You're not going to lose it. You're not going to lose your mind.
Yes.
Or opening that mail. Or what I started doing is like even if I know something's not going to work the way, I open it up and I look at it and I see it. So it gives me relief because it's like I can't do anything about it.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Those are great examples of what Anthony was talking about, where our thinking and reasoning part of our mind can take center stage over our nervous system, which the nervous system is designed to keep us alive, right? With all those things that we were just talking about. And if our brain can tell our nervous system, hey, this is actually not a life or death situation, it's somebody asking for money or it's a scary part of a show, then we can actually control our nervous system and get our nervous system to kind of slow down.
Right. And I would add that the brain is not designed to make us happy. Our brains are designed to keep us safe. So our brains are naturally going to privilege the thing that hurts us. It's going to give that priority because it's scary. Right. So that's why, like, if a person has had, and not the only reason, but that's why if a person has any like experience with trauma, right, like there's a reason why that's going to feel embedded as opposed to like the few times where things may have been good. And the thing about like the opening mail and things like that, I feel like one of the coolest things I've ever heard someone say in the rooms that I like apply all the time now is like, you know how we say we don't have to do any of this alone. It's like opening the mail, but it's like having a friend sit next to you while you're opening the mail. There's something that like, I don't know, there's something about that is really helpful to me.
Yeah. I've literally done that with emails. emails coming from someone that I worked with or something that was going to somehow set me off, I would have someone sit with me while I open that email.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's cool. It feels like bringing someone into this experience, someone that you trust, is a great way to kind of start the healing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Someone you trust.
Someone you trust, because that's super important. Just any old rando, like I always say, it's like all of my certain odd years or whatever. It's like I worked really hard to get to this point, and I don't just give it to anybody. There's some people who can't even appreciate it.
Yes. Yes. And having that person.
Oh, were you talking about me?
No, I wasn't. No.
Sorry.
having that person is like a support system for us to get our brain to convince our brain that, hey, that email is not life-threatening.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like we're finding, like when we're scared, right? It's like teaching our body that it's safe.
Yeah.
Right. And sometimes it's like having that, oh God, now I'm thinking about so many things. Cause like I sleep better when I'm in bed with someone. Not that that's not the reason. Well, but yeah, but I'm just thinking about like, oh, I wonder what that's about.
You know what's interesting? Okay, so the problem I think is the extremes.
What?
But the extremes, like when it's too much, like helicoptering over here, or not enough, and it's almost like we always need that.
Yeah.
We always need a little bit of that. We need a little bit of this critic in our head saying, don't do that. Don't do that, because it's like, this is what could happen.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's like, kind of like with self-medicating. There's no way that I can, I like it so much, I feel so good, I'm going to take some more. It's like when I'm baking. That's why I don't bake. Because I'm all, if it's good with this amount, it'll be even better with that.
Well, it's making me think of like scary movies where like isn't there some, I don't know the data, you might know the data, Anthony, but some
Anthony's
research
data.
about the popularity or the prevalence of scary movies when like things in the world are going off the rails, and that there's this kind of escapism of looking at kind of fictional scary things versus the reality scary things. And I feel like, I don't know, I stopped watching the news back in May or even
that's
reading
the
anything. But I just went to see Backrooms with our friend Bill, and I was like, oh, I'm really into scary movies now. And I think there's a correlation between wanting that adrenaline of fear, but also to know that it's contained in a theater with other people and not real life.
Well, it's definitely a form of escaping. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of is, you know how cats, do you have a cat?
No.
So you know how cats, like occasionally they'll scratch things, right? So that's like necessary in order to like relieve like stress, right? To get that out of your body. Or a deer, if it was about to get hit by a car, like it gets startled, and what it does is it actually walks away, and then it like relieves it out of its body. Like I've heard some theories about like horror films that the body needs to be able to process those kinds of experiences, and like you said, it's a contained environment, so it's like we get to do that. Similarly, it's kind of like with sports, like some ideas behind like that we have a desire to like destroy or to conquer. And so like, that's the avenue that we get to do it. I would even say by extension of that, like we can think of BDSM or like certain forms of kink also being like spaces that we can kind of relieve those things that we're in need of.
Yep. I'm glad you brought that up also for folks to kind of reprocess or create a new narrative around historical trauma.
Ooh, say more. You're not going to say something like that and just walk away.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Well, this idea that reenacting, with consent and having those conversations and negotiations beforehand, a kink or BDSM scene with a trusted partner with whom you've already expressed consent and you know the risks and you know what's going on, you can rewrite the story of things that may have happened to you in the past that were causing you distress and gain control and agency over those things through that action. And again, like we were saying before, with the right trusted partner or partners before, during, and after.
Mm-hmm. And like circling back to the idea of like escaping, right? And what you're describing, it's not escaping because there's agency
it's
there.
Actually facing it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Very different.
Yeah.
I think that's like the distinction is very beautiful because we can think about sex as a way of like not facing a thing, where sex, like in other spaces, can be something that is also generative and healing.
Yeah. And I think it's like what we were talking about before. It's about kind of the motivation. if I'm taking a nap because I'm tired, that's very different than I'm taking a nap because I'm afraid of what the world is doing. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
And that our cognitive and emotional response is based on the motivation, and what we're going to get out of it will kind of be based on the motivation too.
Yeah.
This is where we can give ourselves some grace, because there are times where I need to take that nap because I don't want to deal with it.
That's right.
It's better than taking.
100%.
Totally.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And then we're talking about kind of calibrating what we want versus what we want in the moment versus what we know, quote unquote, is good for us, and kind of understanding what are the trade-offs. Yes, I'm going to avoid this thing or not open that email, but I know tomorrow I'm going to have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that you got there. That you're taking us there. I was thinking about that too, like about how, I was thinking about how, like, I have a situation right now where like there's something that I need to face. And I've like drafted the note, and I'm just like, you know what? Like, I know this eventually has to be sent, but like, I'm not in a place right now where I have to do it, where like I can do it. And I think the other part of that too is like whether or not, like, going back to the idea of like, is there a real threat here? For example, there have been times where like I've read an email and I'm like spinning out. I'm like, I can't believe they said that, and I can't believe this is happening. And I'm like so activated. I go back to that same email a week later and I'm like, what the fuck was I reacting to? And I share that because that can, like, depending on like where like my, like the state of my body and mind is, can change what it is that I'm looking at. Right. And so back to the idea of like, is this a real threat? And I think the only way we know if it's a real threat is if we question the thing that we're doing or responding to.
I'm like, what are you trying to fix?
Your jacket?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I know you were a little worked up. He was doing something with that jacket over here. I'm like, you do it too much.
All right. No one needs to know any of that. Go ahead, Jordan.
Go ahead, Jordan.
What were you going to say?
No, it's for me. It's just like how do I? It feels so hardwired.
Yeah.
That like it almost seems overwhelming to try and change the behavior or to try and change the coping. That like if it's broke, at what point do I? Again, this question: do I know when it's broke? Right? Do I know that it's not serving me anymore? And how do I tell? And even when I've identified that it's not helping, what do I do instead? You know, where do I escape somewhere else?
When you're not able to leave your house because you're so fucking freaked out, or you're a hoarder. There's so many indicators.
But here's the thing: is there a real threat? Right? Like if you live in a war-torn country and it's dangerous to go outside, there's a real threat that may be leaving your house, right? But if what you're afraid of is being attacked by a polar bear and you live in the middle of the desert, right? Like that's a different situation.
Right, but also too, there was moments where in my earlier sobriety where I was so afraid to leave the apartment because I was going to be triggered to use, and it was everything else outside of my apartment's issue that was going to trigger me.
Yeah,
right, and so then it becomes like it's safer. It physically feels safer to be in my space than to be out in the community.
Yes. I have like a neon sign flashing in my head of when I was first coming in and people encouraging me to give my number to people and share and get their numbers too. That's like, this example sounds like that makes that so critical of be known and be consistent with the people that you're in touch with or the things that you do or the meetings you go to, because when people don't see you, they'll reach out because you may not, this is a great question. You may not know that it's time or that you need the help, but that's where the other people come in. The people who have kind of done this before, who can be there to help.
Yeah. That's interesting too. Well, because I'm thinking about, here's my question. Have any of you ever had the experience where like you do that, right? Like you connect with other people, like you trust other people, and then you get burnt or something happens and you're like, oh fuck, what did I do? Like, how do you keep that experience from how you like establish or connect with other people? Do you understand the question? Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, like I'm thinking about it like in relationships, right? Like, or pain in general. It's like, okay, you had this bad experience. Like, how do you keep that experience from determining how like open or closed you are with?
I think it's important for me not to, like, I'm sitting with 3 other people and to really kind of treat you as individuals. and to not let my relationship with you affect my relationship. Like, I think that I've been in situations where I thought I was burned. I mean, because it comes down to my perception, but the person had to act based on what they needed to do or whatever. And I think that a blessing or whatever for me, and I know that that's not the case with a lot of people, I push through.
What does it mean when you say push through?
So my natural inclination is to shut down.
Yeah.
To not give that, I've been in places where I'm fuck everybody, whatever.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But instead of doing that, I gravitate towards the folks who have always been good to me.
Oh yeah.
Who have never done me any kind of harm, and then I talk shit with them about the person who did, because it helps.
For me, what I've done is I've given into the retreat. Like, I'm a retreater too. Like I said, I had under the covers, and I've given into that until such time as I go, oh, I'm feeling kind of a certain kind of way. What is it? And once I think about, it's because I'm disconnected from the community I used to be connected from. And then I need the reminders, kind of like you were just saying, Louis, of like, there actually are good people. Like, it's not all or nothing. It's not I've been burned by everyone. It's I need to reach out to those one or two people who I remember were in my corner.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, how about when that happens, like if we're thinking about a situation that once felt safe or... Right, because I think sometimes, so when that kind of stuff happens interpersonally between, say, people you care about, right? So, it's not uncommon. You go to the rooms, you hear stories about, I'm never going to talk to my mom again. I'm never going to talk to my dad again. I guess, how do you get to a place where you are willing to maybe not believe everything you're thinking and feeling about a person, place, or situation? I'm thinking about the fourth step, low key.
Well, no, I'm constantly, it goes back to bringing somebody else into this, somebody that you trust, and talking to them about it. Because I have a tendency, I'll use an example. When I was Miss Castro Country Club, I know that I brought that up. Okay, so I really worked with my sponsor.
Was that before they remodeled the Castro Country Club?
I can only talk about hair. I can only talk about what I know. That's how that works.
No, I'm not. It's not a criticism.
So, I would have a situation that I wasn't completely sure of, but I'd bring it back to my sponsor and I talk about it. Or I present it and I try to do it in a way that is as objective and not, because it's easy for me to kind of come and sing my praises and tell the story that I want to tell. And then try to honestly listen to the feedback, because my sponsor was great for that, because he had no problem saying, this sounds like you're being selfish, or it sounds like maybe you could have approached this a different way. Or one of the things he liked to say is like, you can always make a request. It doesn't mean that it's going to be like, received. But I think that's...
Yeah. Were you going to say something, Patrick?
Oh, I love that.
What I was thinking of is, we have a mutual friend that's in the situation where this person did things that hurt them. And he contacted me this morning and he said, I need to tell him what he did and how he made me feel. And I need this closure. And I was like, girl, who's that for? Like, what if you don't get the response that you want from him? What if he says something that makes you second guess yourself? Like, who is that for? And I think one of the hardest things for me to get to is to accept that maybe somebody else's narrative, whether I believe it or not, is not going to match my own, and that I don't need them or a situation to validate or somehow affirm that what I'm experiencing is real. That is you want to talk about escapism or trying to avoid, those are the things that are really hard for me.
Yes. Yeah. We see this sometimes in relationship therapy, working with couples where the experience of what happened is so wildly different. And sometimes the goal of the argument is to convince the other person that they're wrong and I'm right, when really the question is what you just said, Anthony. What do you want to get out of this?
Yeah.
Right. And reminding folks of kind of what their goals and values and motivations are versus wanting to win an argument or prove a point.
Yeah. And like real talk is like sometimes we are talking to people who like someone might lie to your face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But ultimately, like going back to your question, it's like, well, what do I want from this situation? If you are lying to me, what do I do? Do I want to be in a relationship with someone who I think is lying to me? You know, like I think that, and what I really appreciate about that is that that's much more empowering. It's much more empowering to go back to like, okay, what are the things that I'm in control of here? Like, as opposed to I need you to do this or that.
Yeah, right. Trying to change people, places, and things.
I heard this say it's like at some point in your life you're going to be the villain in somebody's story.
Ooh, yep.
I'm pretty sure
That's
I
it.
am.
Plain and simple.
Plain and okay, let's land this plane, Jordan. Get off your phone.
Oh my
Jordan.
gosh.
So the Castro
God.
Country Club is a safe and sober community center for all people and a refuge for the LGBTQ recovery community.
And we provide programs and services that help change lives by supporting personal growth.
Our vision is to reduce the suffering of addiction by connecting people to community opportunity and support.
You can find more information, including all the ways to contact us at www.castrocountryclub.org/podcast.
And check out new episodes every Monday.
Make good choices.
Bye.